What's up, everybody? It's Mark with Inconceivable Toys, and I'm back with my review of Wrestle Mania 38 Sunday night review. Hopefully you watched my previous video where I reviewed Saturday night and talked about a little bit about the Hall of Fame. If not, check it out. But this one is going to be about Sunday. So, let's talk. Sorry, my light in here keeps flickering for whatever damn reason. It's not out because it's brand new, but so I apologize for that. All right, so let's start with the best tag team. I love this tag team. I was really worried that they were gonna give the belts to the Street Profits. I do think at some point they're gonna end this fun ride and do something and give it to somebody else. But I love this tag team of Orton and Riddle. RK Bro. But let's start off RK Bro versus Street Profits and Alpha Academy. Again, guys, I got notes and stuff here and thing. It was, those three teams mix really well together as far as like the dynamics and the moves. I mean, I know Otis is limited a little bit, but he still gets around really well for a big guy. I mean, and moving around. I mean, the Street Profits are always fun. That move they did to Chad Gable, where Montez jumped, that was a badass move. I was super impressed with that. The two the two RKOs that they did, Riddle did one. Actually, at first I thought Montez landed funny, but the way his neck looked a little weird, but luckily he was okay. I was happy to see that. And then Randy landed one again on Chad Gable, which was really cool. But I think those three teams feed off each other really well. I think the Street Profits will probably win the title again at some point. They should. That was for the Raw. We talked earlier about the SmackDown. Right now, the SmackDown tag team division is, it's, I guess, poo-poo, if you want to call it that. I really can't think of it. I might be forgetting a team right now, a good tag team over there. I can't really think of them off the top of my head. I'm sure I'm missing it. I'm sure somebody will let me know. But the Raw division's great. I was so happy to see Randy Orton and Matt Riddle win again. And the ending when they brought Stevenson up and he slapped the drink, that was great. It added to it. It was perfect. I look forward to that rivalry. I'm sure it's going to happen. So yeah, that was very good, and that was only an 11. So think about this. That was an 11-minute 30-second triple match, where the earlier one from Saturday was only 7 minutes. It was way better. All right, next one, Bobby Lashley and what's his name, Amos. What a terrible. They should just fire that guy. I mean, he is just terrible. Thank goodness Bobby Lashley made that fight bearable to watch, because it was just terrible. That dude is Omos. They just need to get rid of him. I couldn't even stand to watch him. Every Monday night that I have to watch that crap, I get annoyed with it. The thing's just terrible. It makes no sense. And he can't. Again, mic skills are important to me. His mic skills suck, and I'm glad he lost. And hopefully, he finds his way to towards the bottom of the list, and then out the door. Because there's nothing you can do with that guy, and the crowd is nowhere behind him at all. No crowd. It just sucks. So that was how I feel about that. Luckily, that was only 6 minutes and 35 seconds. That was the just glad it was over. Next match, Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn. So it was decent. It was entertaining. They're bringing in these people who aren't regularly wrestlers. I know that's a WrestleMania specialty. They bring in celebrities and whatever. Johnny Knoxville, he did good. I like they brought in Wee Man. That was entertaining. It was good. And I'll say this. I'm not a fan of Sami Zayn, but he did a very good job of helping get Johnny through the match, and it made it good. You know, it could have been a lot worse, I think, because Johnny Knoxville just looks so. He looks, you know, he's aged. He's roughed his body up, so he doesn't move as much. But I thought it was, you know, like I said, it was entertaining, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't really got much else to say about that one. The women's Fatal 4-Way. So I have a bunch of complaints about this one. One, you know, I don't know what. They're very high on Sasha Banks. I know she's a fan favorite. But her and I mean, it's just like Sasha Banks is in a WrestleMania, or she's in this again and she wins again. It's like they just really I don't see the big push with Sasha and Naomi. Like I said, nothing against them. I think they're both very good wrestlers and they're entertaining. I don't see it. I don't understand. I don't understand it because I don't know why they're not pushing Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, because and where were they at the end of the match? I mean, they just were totally out of the ring. The other three teams are still wrestling, and Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are laying somewhere outside the ring. It's like, you know, and then like that whole I like Rhea Ripley a lot, but that I don't she don't need all that black shit all over her face. I mean, that just kind of silly to me. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, like I don't understand. Like I just my feeling was that I thought Rhea and Liv should have won the tag team titles, because they're so stuck with what to do with women that they have to put them in Fatal 4-Ways and stuff like that, and have all these odd tag teams and things, because they can't do anything individually, because you're pushing Becky, and you're pushing Becky's gone now, but you're pushing Charlotte, so like there's nowhere to move anybody, because Charlotte's always going to be up here, and you know, now Becky, now, you know, like I said, that's why I do not expect, like I said earlier, don't expect Bianca's reign to be long. But who else was in the match? Natalia and Blaze. I call her just Blaze, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. You know, they're both good wrestlers. I mean, they got some good moves. They work well as a tag team. So I mean, they could have even gone that way. I thought they were very good as a tag team. The Queen and Carmella. I mean, Carmella is actually not as bad if you watch her, which is surprising. Like, she does well with the kicks, you know, like that, the head kicks and things like that. And I mean, I'm glad they lost, because I'm just kind of tired of that Queen and Carmella storyline, and it's kind of it's boring, and it's been over for a while, so it was good. But I guess we'll see what they do with Sasha and Naomi. I don't know. It's like they wanted to bring. It's again, it's one of those things. It's like you have the Usos because they're part of this family, and then you have Roman Reigns, and he's a part of the family. It's been in there, and like, oh well, Naomi's back. Let's throw her back, and they put her in a tag team and win a title. I mean, everybody that's got a title is related to the Rock's family and stuff, and all the way back. I mean, whatever. So anyway, I wasn't impressed by that match, and yeah, like I said, I'm a fan of the wrestler, the lady wrestlers and stuff, but like, and the same thing with the men's. Like, I just don't know. Like, WWE's confused me right now with like the people they're pushing, and then the people they're not pushing, and the storylines, and you know, it's just. It's going to be what it's going to be. That's part of wrestling, and I'm going to watch it anyway. I enjoy it, and it's not because I'm any other reason that I just like wrestling, and it's always entertaining. You never know what's going to happen. That's the part. Edge and AJ Styles. AJ Styles, they should have given that to AJ Styles. I'm not sure what you're trying to, like, again, what are you trying to do with Edge? Edge had his big, long glory, and then you put him up against AJ Styles, to bury AJ Styles? Or now him and Priest, like, you know, are they getting? I don't understand. I don't understand why you're burying AJ Styles. AJ Styles I've talked about this. Him and Matt Riddle are incredible wrestlers. They have carried those. They've carried matches like the Royal Rumble. I told you the Royal Rumble. Those two were amazing in the Royal Rumble, and I just don't know what they're doing with AJ Styles and losing the edge. I don't know. But other than that, it was a good match. It was the longest match of the whole night at 26 minutes. So I give those guys prop. They busted their ass and they worked hard. Sheamus and New Day. But Rich Holly, I'm just gonna gloss over that because it's not even worth talking about. And so you guys can pretty much see how I feel about it. It was 1 minute and 40 seconds. I'm just going to gloss over it. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Very cool to see Mr. McMahon come out. It's always fun when that song comes out and he does that walk, even though he doesn't do it as well. I just gotta say, wow! I didn't expect Pat McAfee to be able to wrestle and do certain moves and entertain the way he was. I was impressed. I thought it was great. Austin Theory's very good. He's good at selling moves, like the reaction when Pat backflipped off of the ropes and he was like, "What the?" It was very good. And then jumping up on it was so. I'll give that. The whole. It's like, okay, Pat McAfee won, and then you're gonna have him get up there and he gets his butt whooped. I mean, I know like Austin Theory helped like do some things, but then he loses to McMahon. It's kind of like, okay, was that just a setup so Stone Cold would come out? But I'll give it to Vince McMahon was in there. He was moving around. He was doing stuff. I mean, he definitely botched the stunner. It was very cool to see Stone Cold come out and stun McMahon one more time. I mean, like I said, McMahon definitely. I want to say he botched it. I think he got kicked, and I mean he's 70-some years old. He got kicked and he lost his balance, but they recovered and he did it. And then it's seeing Stone Cold laugh. I mean, he was laughing about that. I think he just thought the whole thing was funny. And then he stuns McAfee, which is hilarious. He gets him relaxed, drink a beer, and he kicks him. Man, it's funny. That shit's funny. Austin Theory, he sold that when he got stunned, he did the thing. So, it's great. Anytime Stone Cold comes out and does stuff, it's great. It's always entertaining. So, I enjoyed that match. It was a 9-minute, 40-second match. It was enjoyable. I'm glad they did it. And then the last match of the night. Roman Boring Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns sucks. He can't wrestle. He's boring. No mic skills. Acknowledge me. It's so stupid. It is stupid. They keep riding him again. I think his whole. I feel like McMahon thinks he owes it to Roman Reigns because of the family line. I really do. I honestly, the bloodline thing, I think he owes it. Roman Reigns is terrible. Roman Reigns is not a superstar. He's not entertaining. And I know I'm not the only person that thinks that. And it's like they just keep pushing him down your throats, pushing him down the throats, pushing him. He should be so down in the middle card somewhere. And they just keep pushing him, and it's and then like I said, as soon as I saw the Usos won on Saturday, I was like, well, Roman Reigns is gonna win. It's no way they're gonna have them win and then Roman lose. And it's kind of like Brock Lesnar. It's like Roman Reigns is in there. And again, guys, I said this is the first video. I get that it's scripted and they do all that different stuff. Those guys, but I do know the part real is like those guys are in there getting their asses kicked and hurting themselves and things like that. But I mean, you would think they would follow the fans. I mean, when Roman Reigns comes out, it's not that loud. When he won, I mean, you could heard the crowd when he pinned Brock Lesnar. It was pretty silent. I mean, there's noise, but it was pretty silent. Like, no, I don't think the fans were involved in that. Like, there was no. I think it would have been off. It would have been crazy. Brock Lesnar goes in there and wins. Now, did they probably have Roman win because everybody was expecting Brock? Brock should have won. Brock carries that company. Brock, the comments Brock Lesnar made about getting somebody else in there to pick up the torch or whatever he said, it's definitely not Roman Reigns. They are in serious need. I mean, bring Randy Orton over and let Randy Orton get another title reign. I mean, having both championships, Roman Reigns, so now I got to see him on 2 different nights, even more. I mean, it's terrible. I can't express enough how terrible Roman Reigns. It kills me to have to watch it, and I'm about to watch it tonight. Him come out and do that whole acknowledge me bullshit and this and that. He's he's going to be on there. Now, what is Brock Lesnar? Who's Brock Lesnar going to fight? I mean, where are you going to drop Brock Lesnar? Is Brock Lesnar get ready to go in full month hiatus? What are you going to, who's he going to fight? Like, I just don't understand who you're going to put Roman Reigns and it just, again, WWE killing me with that. Roman Reigns is boring. He's terrible. Not even Paul Heyman can make him interesting. I was disappointed. So, that's Sunday night. Wrestle Mania overall, as far as a inconceivable 2 thumbs up, I'm going to give it a 1 thumbs up out of 2. Because I think there's some things they need to... I was disappointed with a couple of the outcomes. Not to take away from any of the wrestlers. If I'm going off like wrestlers busting their ass and working good, 2 thumbs up. But some of those titles and winnings, they need to change that. They got to get rid of Roman Reigns and figure something out. And there's somebody's going to come along and hopefully kick this thing off again. But I just think they're not getting the response they want with Roman, but yet they keep spoon feeding it to it. Anyway, guys, I keep going on and on about it. That's my review of WrestleMania Sunday night. I hope you guys enjoy my videos. Please give them a like. Please leave comments. Got my YouTube page. I also have Inconceivable Toys. It's my Facebook page where I also, guys, if you watch videos, I buy and sell toys. And I'll be doing another video on Delaware Toy Show. I was just at this weekend on Sunday before Sunday Night WrestleMania. So, guys, please like, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.